Okay, I'm making this video for two reasons. The first part of the reason is I'm going to show you this. Okay, hold on a second. Do you see how the vibration just works with us? I mean, I don't need to prove anything to you. The truth is, it's right here in front of you. The animals hear it, they feel it, they know what's coming from this guy's heart, they just know it. And one of the things, and I'm going to bring up the marijuana right now. Hold on a second. It's a complete video, so I'm just going to. I mean, this is not my video. This is taken from other videos. But you see what the animals do, right? You see what they do. And my videos aren't getting across to people right now, but that's okay because I definitely 100% believe that System Matrix cannot break away from the love in our heart. System Matrix can't break away from what you're thinking right now. If you believe and you feel that there's love in the air, then my friend, there's love in the air. If you feel hatred and want to get to something or somebody, then that's going to be put into the air, and it controls. It controls. The system, the electronic system we live in, it learns every which way we think. Whatever we do, the compassion we have from what we watch these computers, and you don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. This is what I think. You know what I'm saying? I could be bluffing, but I don't believe so. Nature and what they put on this earth, we are being tested by the STs. Space, space, space. Extraterrestrials, space terrestrials, earth terrestrials. Why would they use the E? Why did it have to go to the extraterrestrial? EX56. What do these numbers do? Now I can make up a story. Hold on a second. Oh, a little tired. Alcohol tires you out. Alcohol, spirits, etc. Marijuana puts you to sleep. When you're done with it, you wake up and let's go. Or at the same time you're going. Bears, Monsantos. Bears, Monsantos. You're looking a little bearish. You're looking a little bullish. The words in this world tell us that the bears are bringing things down and the bulls are pushing things up. Those who believe are bulls and pulling forward, and the bears are nodding at us. I'm going to fix this autofocus. You notice it keeps jumping onto autofocus when I take it off. Now, how do I remove it completely? I don't know. But you see certain things in our life, automatic. They're writing for us on our telephones. Certain things are doing that automatic. For what reason? There's a purpose to it. And is the purpose good? Believe it, but you have to really understand that. If we don't do certain things, how do we advance? Do you follow what I'm saying? And we're going to make mistakes, and we can't trash people for some of these mistakes. There was a video on before about you're born into this world, and now they're giving us some kind of blockers to turn us from male to female. I believe wholeheartedly that either you like to do girly things and you rather be with boys because you find the love there, or you like to do girly things and you feel like you're butchy, and you want to be with girls. It's an inner gut. I believe you're born with it. You know, personally, it's not that I just want to be with the girls. You know what I'm saying? Hang out with the guys, but you want that tenderness. You want that difference. You want the difference. Apparently, there's like 6,000 different genetic things between men and women. And we are different. We're different. Oh my God, look how great I look. I like to see a girl walk in here right now, sit down beside me with the same beard as me, and do this. She'll probably walk in there and say, like your beard. Another one will walk in and say, I hate your beard. You know what I'm saying? We all have differences, things that we like and things we hate. And we can, obviously, if we don't like something and we want to spend time with somebody and say, hey man, I really don't like that. I don't like your beard. Take your beard off, or I don't want to spend time with you. And I'm saying to myself, well, I got 1,000 friends and 50 like my beard and 900 don't. And then there's the one. I like my beard. Now, I got 1,000 friends. 300 of them I really like that don't want my beard. Do I satisfy them over the one that's me? Or would I rather just spend my life with 50 people who take me the way I am? Getting back to bears, right? We are the Sigma test program of the ragdoll system, which they call the delta angle, the triangles. Why do I say this? It doesn't really mean anything. What I'm getting back to is Dragon Ball Z, and I don't really know exactly too much, and I'd like to know more about it, because when I first started this project, the first thing that came out on 7286 was Return of the Sig test. First part was SEITEN, Satan 1, and then Satan 2, the Return of the Sig test, Signal Testing System. And then it came in with all kinds of codes, and these codes are real, and they're being used by NASA, I think the NPS or the NBS. But anyways, the extraterrestrial, okay, and the space terrestrial is that when you write the letters S and T, now this might be a little confusing because I'm trying to explain it myself and I'm not really sure I understand that S and T, or how about just S and T? How about just T for the letter T sound and then the S sound, and if you say T and S you have TESS. If you say it backwards you have the set. But if you start with the T and you end with the T on TESS, you have test. And if you want to start the test, what about having the key? CLE, testicle, the test key, testicles, and the plugin. I'll play a game inside my mind. Anyways, the word ST, is in the French and in the Spanish language, and I don't really remember what it means, but I'm going to just go a little bit further. But the two top verbs in French is I have, to be, and to have. And j'ai, okay, J-A-I, J apostrophe, which means je, être, I think that's what it is. Je suis, and être, et avoir, I think that's what it is. Être and avoir, you have to look it up to see what it is. Être, avoir, and it's je suis, as the way you write it, and j'ai. And the word j'ai is the 10th letter J, reverse the 17th letter. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2, 10 and 7 equals to 17, the letter Q. When you put a Q at the end of a stock symbol, it usually says the company has gone bankrupt or is in the process of either going bankrupt or looking for in receivership or something like that. And you take away the Q. Now, what does that have to do with anything? I'm not sure right now, but that's what it means. It's in receivership. It's in bankruptcy now. It was a running company, and usually the human being, I don't know if it's in Canada and the US, they usually mark certain things in capital letters, saying somewhere down the line that we are companies to the government. For everybody that's born, we're sort of like have a value to the company, right? Take us all away and there's no one to work and we don't need to create money for people. But the minute you have a person on earth, we need to create something for this person. We need to be making food and cars and housing and etc., etc. So the word J is A and I recreates the S letter, because the 19th letter, 1 and 9, okay, in French they say 19. They separate the 10 and the 9, saying J and I, and you have J-A-I. Now, the J in the Pythagorean, is it Pythagorean? In the Pythagorean numerics, which means adding up the double digits, means 1 plus 0 equals to 1. Now, I know it sounds a little confusing. Now, when you say A and I, right, You, in the French language, they use that as two separate things. They're saying 10-9, 10-8, 10-7. So you're actually going GH and I. You're going JGH and I. HIJ, HGHIJ, GHIJ, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9 equals to 24, and 10 equals to 34. And now that brings up the Earth-Mars continuous, which also brings up 17, 18, 19. 17, 18, 19. 17, J and Q. 18, I and R. 19, H and S, and 20 is G and T. Now, what's funny about G and T is that in gematria, the G and T run as 77, which is the Christ, or the points of the pyramid, because up from 7, there's no more up. It's 676. And 676 is creating separation, and the triangles, 676 triangle here, 676 triangle here. It happens to either be the B letter, or you can create the logos of two mountains and the Bank of Montreal. And anyways, there's just so many things that are integrated, just like the point. You see this little point here? Inside we can sort of get the R out of that, but I don't want to talk about that. Test program. The word 25, right? 25 years to life. What is 25 years to life? Well, when you go to jail and you get a life sentence, it's 25 years to life. And to think about that, 25 years to life, the numeric number for Earth is 52 in Pythagorean, it's 25, and it recreates 17, which is the Q letter, like bankruptcy. It also creates the 3, so it creates the 3, it creates the 10, and it creates the 7. Because if you take 10 away from 7, it becomes 3, and 10 plus 7 equals to 17. And there's just so much to discuss that I'll sit here forever until I actually figure out what I'm trying to convey to you of how these numbers work. But 25 years to life, that's what they say when you get sentenced to jail. And at the end of every sentence, there's a period. So that means it starts over again. Because when a female has her period, the feeding walls begin to grow. Is that what it is? When she has her period, the feeding walls come down, and the child is not possible at this point. But while the feeding walls, and she's not having her period, the feeding walls and everything is starting to regenerate, and that has to be discussed because I don't know 100% how it works, but it has to do with the actual reason we say 25 years to life in prison with no possibility of parole. And parole is another word. Parole. And payroll, parole, 25 years to life. 20 equals to that numeric value of 107. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. 5 equals to 42. 5 represents the cat. The queen cat. Now what's these numbers up here? These numbers up here is that I calculate this in the Pythagorean area, right? The number for 20 is 107. 7 plus 1 equals 8. 6 and 2 is 8. This is the small count. Pythagorean. 20. 2 plus 0 is 2. W. 23rd letter, 2 and 3 is 5. E5, N5. 5, 5, 5. North, east, west. T and T. 2 tops of the pyramids on the other side. What are these? Do you want to go binary code now? Because we reduce twice to get down to here. 18 and 2 is 20. 18 and 5 is 23. 0 and 5. There's your 50. Your split is in the E world. A through I all gets a 0. But it's special because 7, 8, and 9 in the French language, and I got to use languages to tell me a different story. Okay, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, GH and I. G and H is silent. So now we get the 7 because the Y is 2. So every one of these we multiplied by 9. 2 times 9 is 18. Plus 7 is 25, 25th letter. Now, if we reverse this in the alphabet, it'll be 0, 0, 2, 1, 0, 0. So this will be, the reverse will be 27. Give me the red sun in Venus. Why in Venus? The numeric value for the heaven. The heavens of Jack, the numeric value for Venus is 81. So there's all kinds of stories. Win a big red sun in freedom, 55, 555. The value of 0, 1, 1, 0, 1 is because we take the 0. If you go above the water, if you're on top of the water, you're standing, 1. If you're below the water, you could be that fish, right? So anyways, whatever it is, that the 0 has a separation in it, to the left side, to the right side. Now there's too many things to do inside this, so I should just stop, because now I'm going to start getting out the deck of cards, and the cards are rectangular, but inside of this you have 11, 11, which means I'll take the center one and this one for my 11. I'll use the center one and this one for my 11, or if you want, I can use all of these. 3 areas, 37, 37, 37 equals 111. The center of roulette, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, totals 111. The Twin Towers that fell down, 111. Because when you get up to the top of the Twin Tower, right, you don't open a door like this to the roof, right? You open a door like this, meaning that little tiny building holding the rest at the top is the 111th floor, happens to be you walk out onto the roof. Raphael, and I've said enough for now, and I think I've confused everybody, but I just want to tell you what I think and what I know of what I think. Thank you for watching this video. I should have put the light on, right? We should have put the light on and did it this way. I could have got a clearer vision of it. But you know, this is on my left side. But when I see it on the screen, I see it on that side. Well, it's the same side, but I'm pointing to my left side, but I see it on the screen on that side.